If you're a bivocational pastor, then this special flash episode is just for you. I'm Pete Mitchell, and in between our regular Church Planter podcast episodes, I'll be bringing you insight and ideas to help our bivo pastors have an easier and more profitable go at it. If you'd like more info on the training program specifically for bivocational pastors, you can check it out at missionbybusiness.com. So I just got off the phone with a potential client. He reached out. He saw one of my Facebook ads. This is for a niche that I do with a guy by the name of Dave Negri. If you listen to the podcast, you probably heard the episode I did a few Mondays back with him. And so we do it usually it's the contracting industry. Well, he saw my Facebook ad, reached out to me, and was like, "Hey, man, I want to know if this can help me with my business." So I had a call with him. His business is he helps people quit smoking. And he helps people quit smoking with some tool that I've actually never heard of before. It's like, I honestly couldn't even really describe it. I mean, he described it to me and I was like, okay, sounds like it works. Sounds pretty cool. Tell me a little bit more. So, we're going through his problems. What's the biggest problem that you got? What's stopping you from getting more clients? I mean, there's so many. So, he tells me, he goes, well, the number one problem that we've got is that most people think what we do is snake oil. And I'm like, okay, that most people have never heard of before. I mean, you're doing like some electrical stimulation type thing to help people quit smoking. I totally get people not really understanding that. I'm like, so tell me what the price point is. He goes, well, we charge $359. And I go, okay, how'd you come up with that number? He goes, well, we came up with that number because that's the national average of what someone spends in a single month to smoke, right? So all the smoking, the cigarettes, all that stuff, about $359. So I'm like, okay, so you basically just picked a number and said, it's going to cost you 1 month's smokes, if you will. And he's like, yeah, that's essentially what we did. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to get past the snake oil thing, here's the problem. $359 is not a lot of money. It's just not. Like $359, that's literally 1 month of what someone's spending to smoke. But smoking has other costs associated with it that are significantly higher. The health costs, I mean, literally it'll cost you your life. It's going to cost you way more than $359. I'm like, so if you want to get around the snake oil thing, first thing you need to do is jack up that price. I would probably charge closer to $3,000. And I'm like, think about it. That's still less than what they would spend over the course of a year smoking, but they get all the health benefits of not smoking. And basically you cure them in about 48 hours. I mean, that's basically how your system works from what you're telling me. So if you have that snake oil thing, first thing you got to do is raise the price up real high. Why is that? Because when it's low, like $359, people are going, well, the gum's like $150, the patch is $200. Okay, you're $350. I don't know. If it's $3,000, what does that tell people? It must be legit. It must work. And then you just simply add a money back guarantee. If I don't cure you over 3 sessions, which is what it takes, then we'll give you your money back. Simple as that. So now they have no reason to believe that it won't work for them because you're going to give them the money back. Now, does that mean you're going to have some people that get a refund? Absolutely. Because some people are going to start smoking again because they want to smoke. They haven't made that mental decision to not smoke. So don't worry about that, right? But let's say right now he's like, hey, if I just get 10 clients a month, that's $3,500 and that's what I need. And I'm like, look, how about 10 clients a month at $3,000, right? That's a better number. Now you've got enough money for advertising. You've got enough money for everything, and you can help them get to their goal that much quicker. So reason why I'm bringing all this up, if you're a bivocational pastor, you got to look at what you're charging people for what you do. Let's say you're self-employed. Maybe you're a painter, a plumber, an auto detailer. You work on interiors on cars. It doesn't really matter what you do. Look at what you're charging. if you are making things too inexpensive, then basically what you're communicating to people is my value isn't here. I'm not as good as what you really want. And one of the points I made to this guy is he goes, well, every time I talk to smokers, they're like, $359, you're out of your mind. That's too much money. And when I talk to non-smokers, they always tell me how to bump up my price. I'm like, look, you don't want the smoker that thinks $359 is too much money. You want the smoker that's like $3,000 to quit smoking forever? I'll happily pay it. Cure me. Like, think about how many business owners there are who have lots of money, and they would be happy to pay you $3,000 if you could help them quit smoking. That's who you want as a client. So whatever industry you're in, a painter, an auto detailer, a business growth consultant, like what I train pastors to be, look at your prices. If you're too low, you're part of the problem. Fix that. Make your price appropriate so that way people understand the value that you bring to the table. By the way, if you're a bivocational pastor and you're like, or you're thinking you might go bivo, hey, come check out my program that I've got. It's for bivocational pastors who want to do what I do, which is be a business growth consultant. You can head on over to missionbybusiness.com. I've got a free class there, a free training there. Go ahead and check it out. See if it's right for you. If it's right for you, awesome. If it's not, no problem. But go ahead and check it out. All right, I'll talk to you soon.